Hello and welcome back to my series of little videos about the Shaper Origin. Today I want to discuss with you the topic of collets and shank sizes. If you use a hand router, you might know that topic already. You bought a couple of router bits and you might have forgotten to check the shank size. You get it and it's the wrong shank size. You can't actually use it on your router. For this you have collets of different sizes. Why they don't standardize those shank sizes and make it much easier for us to have like one size fits all, I don't know, it's just annoying. And so it happened often to me that I had router bits and then the moment I want to use it, I suddenly realize, oh, I don't have the collet, or maybe I have the collet but somewhere else. It's just an annoying topic. When I got my Shaper Origin, initially I was really careful. I only used the bits that they gave me with the collet that I got, and that was it. By time I started to experiment with other bits, different bits, and I realized also you can use different collets, which allows you to use different shank sizes. And that might be all old news to you. If you're a pro with a Shaper Origin, then there's nothing new here for you. But if you're not a pro, or if you're just starting, then that video might help you a little bit to think through the different options you have. So, what do we have? When you buy your Shaper Origin in the US, you will get a collet that allows you to use a 1/4 inch shank size. Because in the US you count in inches, which that never made sense to me, but that's a different topic. So a 1/4 inch you can use, and you get a couple of bits with that. If you buy your Shaper Origin in Europe, you will get a collet that allows you to use a 6mm shank size, and the bits you get are 6mm. One thing some of you might know and others not is that you can actually use the same collets that you have for the Festool OF700 and OF900. So if you have these routers in your tool set, then you can just reuse the collets you have there. So if you have collets of different sizes, you can just use them on your Shaper. And that's what I have here. So for instance, this here is a collet that allows you to use 8mm shank sizes. That's the same one from the Festool 700 or 900, and as you see, I can just put it on the Shaper and use it. So that's pretty cool. You can buy them on the internet. If you have them already, you can reuse them, and that gives you additional options. You have already 3 collets you can use there, the one you get with your Shaper, and then the 6 and 8mm, or the 1/4 inch in 8mm, depending which version of the Shaper you got. So that allows you already to use a wide variety of bits, no matter what shank size you have. There is one more collet I want to talk about, which is one that you can buy on the Shaper Tools website. It's an 1/8 inch. It's a very small collet, and it allows you to use teeny tiny bits like this one. So that one is a 2mm bit with an 1/8 inch shank, and you can use that. And with that, you can carve out really fine things. So a lot of the CNC carbon bits actually have 1/8 inch shank sizes, and that opens up a whole new set of bits and options that you have with your Shaper. And I will very soon make a video showing you what kind of stuff you can do with these kind of bits. So that is an option that I would highly recommend for sure, because it opens up a new dimension of things you can do with your Shaper. 1/8 inch, we have 6mm, 1/4 inch, and 8mm collets, and you can use all these bits with your Shaper. There is one bit size that is not supported, which is that big fat shank here, 1/2 inch. So large routers, if you have an OF1400 for instance, allow you to use really large bit sizes, 1/2 inch. And that simply doesn't fit. It's just too fat for the Shaper. There is no collet in that size that fits the Shaper, at least not that I'm aware of. If you know of one, post it in the comments. And I think that kind of makes sense. It is really like these kind of bits, like with that shank size, are usually for heavy duty work, like removing a lot of materials, flatten a slab with a router, or these kind of things. And so that's kind of like maybe too heavy for the shaper to work with anyway. So that one I didn't solve right now, but I'm actually also not really looking for a solution for that. I hope you find that useful. If you want to buy any of that, I'll leave the links in the description, and I'll hope to see you around in my channel. If you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll post a video soon showing you what kind of nice things you can do with an 1/8 of an inch shank size with the corresponding collet. Thank you, and see you around.